Okay, so we were looking at the main diagonal, the main diagonal of this grid, and we ruled out the case where three dots of the same color comes after one another on the main diagonal. So that case is done. Now we have to still consider two other cases as pointed out by Ritoban, one of our students, and let's do that. One case is when two red dots come together, or two dots of the same color come together, and of course if we have another red dot here or here, then by the first case we are done, because we know that three dots of the same color cannot come after one another. So this one has to be blue, this one has to be blue. Alright, so if this happens, if we can rule out this case, then we are done. So let's see how we can do that. Firstly, these two must be blue, otherwise of course in this small square will fail. If one of them is red, then we will have three red vertices in this small square, which would really finish the game. Okay, so this one is that. Now since these two are blue, this one has to be red, otherwise in this big box, if this one was blue, then it would fail in this big box. Okay, for the same reason, this one has to be red as well. Okay, now you have to make a choice. So notice that the picture is symmetric, so I will make a choice along these two vertices. It doesn't matter which one I may choose what. So let's suppose if this one is chosen to be red, then so let me point that out. So this is a choice, and this doesn't matter, does not matter by symmetry. So you can really rotate the figure. If I made this one as blue and this one as red, then I could just rotate the figure. Okay, so this one is then blue. So if these two are blue, then clearly this one is red. And if these two are red, this one is blue. So you see, the entire thing gets, this 4x4 thing gets fixed by that single choice. Similarly, this one is blue, and this one is red, and this one is blue, and so on. So we actually have a very simple choice of points, and all the other points are fixed once we choose the color of these two. Okay, so for this choice of this color of these two vertices, now we have to go to the fifth row and fifth column. So again, this particular vertex, this could be red or blue, so I'll do just one case. So if it's red, then this one is blue. Why? Because this one is red, this one is red, so this one has to be blue, otherwise we would be in trouble. Okay, but this one also has to be blue, but that obviously ends the game because this small square is in trouble now. What happens if this one is blue? If this one is blue, then we would have this one as red because of the small square. Now if this one is red, then clearly this one is also red. Now what about this vertex. This one has to be blue. Why? Because we already have two reds here. So in this big box, if this one is red, this one is red, this one has to be blue. Now you see what happens. The biggest square in here, this is blue, this is blue, this is blue. So we failed the test. So the two red dots cannot come like this. That is, two dots of the same color cannot come like this, followed by one dot of the other color and one dot of the other color. Okay, so that's one other case. And finally, these two red dots could be here, right? These two red dots could be here, so not in the middle stem, middle of this diagonal, but at the terminus of this diagonal. So if that happens, we will see this is going to fail pretty easily. So let's do that. Now, if this one is red, then by the first case, that is, three of them cannot come in a row, by the first case we are done. So this one is blue. Now notice that if this one is blue, then by this case we are done, because we know that two dots of the same color cannot come off one after another in between. So this one has to be red. And finally, we don't know what this one is. That will be a choice perhaps. Let's see. So if these two are reds, then this one is blue, this one is blue. Okay. Now, since this one is red and this one is red, in this big box we have this one as blue, this one as blue. Again, in this box, since these two are blue, we will have these two as red, which would mean that this one is blue. Because of this small box, we already have two of them as red, so this one must be blue. And see, we have already failed because 1, 2, 3, this box has three vertices of the same color, so we failed. We didn't even need to go into the outer layer, we failed anyway. So yeah, these two are the cases. So yes, so these two cases where definitely they need to be mentioned, and we must add this video now to the existing part 1. So if you have watched part 1, if you have not watched part 1, please go back and have a look. Thank you.